All right, everyone, here preparing a dinner. Today we're going to learn about chiffonade and cabbage. I'm going to do a fried cabbage as well. We're going to thinly slice some onion and dice up some smoked sausage that's going to go into our fried cabbage. I'm going to be showing you some techniques such as chiffonade, which is thin ribbon cut, and julienne, which is a 1/8 inch by 1/8 inch by 2 inches stick cut, and just a medium to large dice, which is ranging from 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch to 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch. Whether it's a medium will be 1/4 inch each. A large dice will be 3/4 inch all the way around. Look like a cube. But I'm going to be dicing the sausage, so it won't be a perfect cube. But anyway, so we're going to get started. Alright, so here I have some leaves of cabbage. Okay, just the outer leaves of my cabbage that I purchased. I've already washed it. So what I'm going to do is layer my cabbage leaves inside of one another. I'm going to take it and I'm going to roll it like such. So just as you were rolling a burrito or something, so you're going to roll it like such. I'm going to be using a chef knife, proper way to hold a chef knife. Pointer finger on one side, thumb on the other. The other 3 fingers are behind on the handle. Another technique you use during cutting, you want to make sure your tip of your knife never leaves the cutting board. Okay, so you're going to do a rocking motion. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with my cabbage. As you notice, my knife never leaves the cutting board. The tip of the knife always stays. Okay. Okay. You can do this for lettuce. You can also do it for collards, turnip greens, basil, and it's the same technique. Any leafy green you can chiffonade. Okay, so I have my chiffonade cabbage here. As you see, they're long ribbons. Okay, I'm going to put that to the side. Long ribbons of cabbage chiffonade. Okay. Now I'm going to show you my onion. So I did part of my onion already, so this is the last piece of it, just for sake time. So it's just the same thing. Knife never leaves the cutting board. Thinly slice. Always have your fingers in the claw motion with your middle finger first knuckle against the chef's knife. That's for your guidance and your thickness of your product. Each time you make a cut, you should move your hands back to prevent from cutting. So here I have, you guys can see that, thinly sliced onions. Okay, I'm going to put those to the side. Have my prep already done. Just wanted to show you guys these 3 steps for that. And lastly, I have my sausage. I'm going to wipe my board off, get some of that cabbage and onion off there. Alright, so this is my sausage. I've already cut it in half. I've already done some of it. But I'm going to take it and I'm just going to cut the thickness of the thickness I want of my sausage. Okay. After that, I'm going to go the other way and I will have diced sausage. And this is a pork smoked sausage, guys. Do you have to use pork sausage? No, you absolutely not. If you don't eat pork, you can substitute a turkey smoked sausage. They have that. You can also substitute like a turkey leg. I know a lot of times in my cabbage I like to use pork meat, salt pork, which is called fatback, or a seasoned ham hock or smoked ham hock. But it's totally up to you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put my cabbage on. I have about 2 to 3 tablespoons of some canola oil and salt and pepper to add to my cabbage. And also I had already cut up a few red peppers because I had some in the refrigerator that needed to be used. So I'm going to throw that in there as well with my onions. Okay, I'll be back to show you what I've done so far. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm going to turn my camera around if I can and show you the process of frying my cabbage. Okay, so here in my pot I have a little bit of my 3 tablespoons of canola oil, getting that hot. Okay, so you can see that. Okay, the first thing I'm going to add in is my diced sausage. And what I want to do with this diced sausage is get it a little crispy. Okay, and have it nice and crispy so you have some little crunch, as well as flavor that's going to develop as this is cooking and caramelize. And caramelization is the release of sugars of a product, and specifically the Maillard reaction is for meat, and that's the browning of the sugars, natural sugars that are in the meat product. Okay, so I'm getting that cooking. Next thing I'm going to add are my onions and peppers. Okay, my onions and peppers. And then lastly I'll add in my cabbage, and I'll cook that and fry that up till it's nice and soft and easy for eating. I'll season with my salt and pepper. Okay, and I'll be back with the finished product. Give me a few minutes to get this stuff going. Alright guys, I have my onions, peppers, sausage. Try not to get too close with all the steam. Onions, peppers, sausage in my pot. You guys can see that. Getting that sauteed. And this is a Dutch oven pot. It works really well for sauteing and to use for large quantities. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add in my cabbage because I have my onions and peppers there sauteed to the texture that I want them to be as of now. You can see that. Okay, it's smelling some kind of good up in here. But before I put that cabbage in there, I do want to put a little pinch of salt and pepper just to season my onions and peppers. Okay. Alright, next thing I'm going to add in are my cabbage. Okay. And this is the chiffonade cabbage that I have cut up. And now I'm going to fry it. I'm not going to use a lot of liquid as you would a traditional cabbage if you were steaming cabbage. I may or may not put a little bit of chicken stock if my oil starts to evaporate too fast before I get it done. So I will come back and show you the finished product when it's done. Alright guys, have my cabbage is cooking good. I got some nice caramelization going on in my pot. Okay, this is going to take roughly about 10 to 15 minutes, just depending on how hard you're cooking it. Right now I have it on about medium right now because I'm going to be doing some other things to prepare for dinner. So I'm just going to show you what I have so far. Okay. You see that, guys? How it's starting to cook down, the caramelization of the onions, the cabbage, the peppers. And I did, guys, add just a little bit of some chicken stock that I purchased from Food Line. So just to give it a little bit of moisture. You don't want to cover this because then you'll have a steaming pot. And I don't want to steam my cabbage, I want to fry it. So I'm going to let that liquid reduce. And it's still going to continue to kind of fry the cabbage. That's in my Dutch oven here. That's on top of the stove. I'll continue to keep a stir on it and till it's done. I'll be back, guys, with another video.